Hey Luigi, I'm back. What's up? I noticed my battery's running low on my controller. Yeah, thank you. Very cool. I'll probably need to. I'll probably need to change the batteries after this stream. I'll have to remind myself. But either way, I am streaming right now. If the batteries die during stream, obviously it's not that big of a deal. I can just put up the little "be right back" thing on screen. Run downstairs, grab some batteries, things like that. Let's see. Custom tracks worldwide. Why not? Let's do some of that. I'm under no delusion that I'm gonna drive particularly well today. Um, because the weather is shit. My reflexes are probably a bit off. We'll find out, of course. Let me see. Is this a good article for this? It's kind of long. Hmm. Let's see. I wanted to find something about the government shutdown that's about to happen in America, but this article's just long, dude. Let's try regular worldwide, maybe. Maybe I'll have more luck there. So not this one, maybe. CBS, maybe they have something a little bit shorter. Eh, that's a video. I'm not watching a video, not from a news site, because that they would fucking copyright me to shit. That guy has a very impressive me. He looks like a shark. Very cool. Shark 300 reference. Uh, maybe this is it? Come on. Well, this one looks like it's not as long. Okay, maybe I'll do this one. Ah, yes. Okay, okay. Hmm. Jesus. Yeah, okay. This is a good article for what I was looking for. Look at that. We got a decent variety of characters. Only two Funky Kongs. We got a Mario, Boo, and Drybones. And Wario as well. Or rather, Heracross in this mod slew of mods that I'm using. You know? Oh, dude, the classic, the old school shortcut. You love to see it. That was close. I didn't quite get him. Oh no, wait, they did get him. This is lap three. Right. Okay. Let's see. Oh yeah, I made a mistake in the Discord post. I said there was only one news item from the United States that I was going to cover this time. There might actually be two. There was two things. One of them was kind of small, but you know both of them have decently large political implications. Uh, and then the rest of the stream, I think most of what I wanted to talk about had to do with Ukraine, because of some things I have argued to that effect, whether or not they're actually fucked, or whether the future is a little bit more optimistic in that respect. We'll see, obviously, but that's what's up for this stream. All right. And in fact, now that I have the CBS article up, I think that's like, yeah, I have like six tabs that I wanted to go through for the stream. Some of them for the same news item, just different sides of the same story or something. Or not different sides like ideologically, but like different aspects of the same topic, like different um, areas of interest. Let's go Dry Ruins. That's always a good track. You guys might remember a year and a few months ago, in December of 2022, when I made my Mario Kart Wii tracks tier list, Dry Ruins at the very top. No other track even comes close, I think, to how good that one is in terms of how fun it is. Track is great. Oh, it's 100cc. Interesting. I would like an item box. Thank you. Ooh, don't mind if I do. So far, so good. Oh, wow. Okay. Only 6 players, huh? This is a nice size of room to have. Ah, a bullet bill. Might as well use this here. Oh, wow. I'd rather get this box in third. Okay, still just one red shell. Which is better than nothing, but well. Didn't end up working out all too well, but could have gone worse for sure. Mushroom. I know where I want to use this, I think. No, I fucked up. Ah, interesting. And another mushroom. I'll just use this here. Your green shells? I'll take that. Let's see if that hits somebody. Not quite. Do something like that. Sorry, guy. But, it was too fun for me to not take the opportunity, I guess. Alright. Had our fun on that front. Let's go see what CBS has to say about the impending government shutdown in the United States. Government shutdown threat returns as Congress wraps up recess. Yeah, apparently Congress was in recess. Man, must be fucking nice to be a lawmaker that you get to go on vacation so often. When lawmakers return to DC next week, they'll have less than a week to pass a bill to fund the government and avert a partial shutdown uh, after March 1st. I think I had mentioned this on the stream before that like there was a funding deadline. It like fucking Republican leadership is so disinterested in actual policy making and is so interested in making people's lives worse that they haven't passed anything except for like temporary 2 to 3 month at a time funding measures. A slew of setbacks, CBS writes here, in recent weeks suggest the odds of a shutdown are at least even. Tensions remain high in Congress after the Senate passed a foreign aid bill that Speaker Mike Johnson has so far refused to bring up for a vote in the House. So that bill is basically stuck. That includes aid for Ukraine, aid for, unfortunately, Israel as well. But the thing about this aid bill is that it is a funding bill. It includes more than just that aid, I think. It also includes, like, money for other government agencies. Money that's, like, pretty badly needed, because if you don't have a like, funding bill, then the government can't be open. Okay. Ah, he has a star. No! Dumbass. I see. All right, let me just take the wide route here. Okay. All right, give me item, please. Thank you. Respawns on this track are really bad. The best item. Whoa, I way overshot that. Okay, okay. All right. I need to calm down. Oh, did I dodge the shock with that? That's kind of funny. I've noticed lately every time this track gets picked, I drive really badly. Oh, okay. It's a good thing I basically didn't go anywhere after getting hit by that. I'm gonna start using this here. I don't think there's really a better place to use it. That was pretty good, I think. I'll use this here. Dodge me. Please? Eh, maybe not. Like I said, not driving especially well right now. But that's expected. A couple big things went wrong that race. So, what are the actual details of this bill? CBS is writing a whole lot of fluff here. Ah, here we go. After this President's Day recess, the House and Senate are set to return to Capitol Hill next week. Lawmakers will have just 3 days when both chambers are in session to approve the first 4 appropriations bills to prevent a partial shutdown after March 1st. The second deadline will land a week later on March 8th, after which the bulk of government agency funding is set to expire. And Representative Patrick McHenry, a Republican from North Carolina, said, I think the odds of a shutdown are 50-50 at this point. He was briefly the Speaker pro tempore. That just basically means that when the Speaker of the House wasn't there, he like was substitute Speaker of the House. So he, I guess, is lent some credibility by that. Look, ultimately he's a Republican, so he wants the government to shut down, at least a little bit. Although it's possible he's also part of the Chip Roy type of Republicans that have sort of realized, like, hey, government shutdowns do literally nothing for us, and they're also all our fault, and they make people realize, wow, Republicans can't fucking run a country. You know, and I think that's kind of what's going to happen this time as well. I think the Republicans are going to encounter some House speakership drama reminiscent of what was going on when Kevin McCarthy was the speaker, and leading up to that effect, in January, back in September, October as well. I made the prediction. I made an erroneous prediction, of course, that the Republicans would be stuck in this debacle for a while again, which ended up not being correct. They picked Representative Mike Johnson in enough time to keep things loosely on track, like sort of a little bit. But I think this time, my prediction was that, like, because of how turbulent the circumstances of that were, excuse me, Mike Johnson is not even going to be speaker for as long as Kevin McCarthy was. And Kevin McCarthy wasn't speaker for very long, if you guys remember. Oh, wow. Can't believe that worked out. Okay, third place. Not bad. Ah, third place. Very good. The deadline comes months into the fiscal year, after lawmakers have already had to rely on three funding patches to keep the government operating. Yeah, the last three funding bills for the government in the United States have all been temporary. Usually, what's supposed to happen in the United States government in that structure, um, Trump really released some air fraud ones in an attempt to win over black voters. Yeah, that's true. I'll talk about that in just a second, but that is incredibly funny that he did that. Um, the the structure of the US government is such that like what's supposed to happen is at the beginning of each fiscal year or like right before the beginning of each fiscal year, the government passes a budget bill that says like okay, for this year this is how much money each federal like agency is going to get, and then this is how much money is going to go to the states and whatever, and that's supposed to last the whole year. And it's supposed to be a routine thing. What Republicans have done is they've mangled themselves into a pretzel because they are incompetent and fucking idiots. And now we're getting like temporary versions of what's supposed to be a like regular budget like spending bill, right? First it was I think 6 months, and now we're getting like 3 months at a time of spending packages that are supposed to, under other circumstances, last an entire year. Um, and Republicans are constantly shooting themselves in the foot. And honestly, it's one of the greatest tools to their downfall, to that effect, that they've been unable to not like shut down the government. It's like they can't help themselves from doing that because, you know, just like many libertarian parties elsewhere, they always do the shit. Oh no. Um, and it looks like we're gonna have the same thing again. Oh no! I got hit without even talking shit. Ah. When does Trump have to announce his running mate? Once the primary is done. Uh, the Trump shoes thing is incredibly funny. The reason he did that is because of the fucking like lawsuits that are currently out there against him, and he got like fined $350 million for it was like overestimating the value of his properties for loan purposes and then underestimating their value for tax purposes, so that he paid less taxes but got more favorable loans. This is something that every business does, but Trump was especially flagrant about it, and it is against the law. So he got slapped with a pretty big fine over it, and the court is saying like, yeah, you have to pay $187,000 per day in interest, and so the Trump shoes was like a desperate attempt to get to wring some more cash out of his base. I don't think that's actually going to convince anybody uh, in in like I don't think that's going to convince any black voters to vote for Trump. Um, yeah, Mario Race. Like each pair of shoes is a $400, and he made 1,000 of them. So even if you ignore all the associated costs of production and whatever, the most he could get out of that is $400,000, which is only enough for like 2 days of those uh court like fine interest. That's a peculiar number. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why he set them at that price, but you know. I tell you what though, that court decision is actually really good for everybody who's not Trump and who's not the Republican Party. Because I've explained at length a few times how Trump has basically tethered the finances of the GOP to himself, and so everything that every dollar that he loses is a dollar that the GOP loses, a dollar that like the Republican Party loses, and eventually the Republican Party is going to run out of money. Like it's not infinite. I'm actually okay with being in the back of the pack going into lap 3, as long as I get an item at the first set. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that's better than nothing. Oh yeah, that's what I like to see. One mushroom, not bad. I've been wheelie bumped. Okay, that person's going around. A couple people going around. Oop. I don't know what place I got. It says I got like 5th, according to music, which I did. Okay, cool. Here we have more details on the spending bill in Congress, the aid bill. Deadlines. Okay. So the current spending thing that's going on that's keeping the government from not shutting down is a temporary continuing resolution with that two-step deadlines. Deadline number 1 is March 1st, deadline number 2 is March 8th. And they have to pass some bills on each of those days. Um and it says CBS says that like Congress is trying to divide work on the individual spending bills, like 12 individual spending bills, so that they don't have to pass a big omnibus bill. Um, Holy shit. According to Pew Research Center, Congress hasn't passed more than 5 of its 12 appropriations bills on time since 1996. Dude, American government's pretty cooked. Not gonna lie. Damn it. Ow. Once again, getting hit without talking shit. Hate to see it. Give me an item box? Yes. Don't give me that. Ow. Okay, that worked out. The best item. Ah, thank you. No. Damn it. Okay. I'm actually happy with maintaining 4th right now. No! Okay. Once I get big, I'm using this mushroom. Perfect timing. Oh! I am so glad I didn't get caught on the conveyor belt when that hit. Alright. 3 red shells. Oh. No! That's gonna blow up on me. Ah, for the love of... Dude! God, that's lame. I mean, it is also funny, but I've raced that so well to get 9th. Ah. I can't just go out like that. Let's keep going. I want to have a couple good races in a normal track room. Uh, which is going to be hard on 100cc with Funky Kongs all out for blood. But, you know. Whoa, what is going on with my capture card? It's not giving me any audio? Hello? Uh, Revoke Coconut Mall. I don't know what's going on with my capture card. Sorry, guys. Properties. What the f... Hold on. Add audio capture? Default? No. I'll do that. No, what? Get rid of that. I don't want it. How the fuck? Dog. Cringe. I don't know why my capture card does this to me. In the middle of fucking racing, too, I realized that, like, oh boy, technical difficulties. Okay, now we have 150cc. Ow. Damn it. I'm gonna do gap jump for content. Oof. Barely made it. Excuse me. Bro, what's wrong with you? Oh, okay, blue shell. Hi, no longer flat earther and join the globe cult. Ah, I see. Globalize my agenda, 69. I see. Very cool. Welcome to the Globalist Club. For some reason, my capture card audio is not working, and it's very annoying because the video is coming through fine. But apparently OBS is telling me, yeah, there's no audio from the game right now. Very annoying. I almost fell off there. I'm going to count my lucky stars that I didn't. I'm in second now? How'd that happen? Okay, that was a good race, I think. How? What? Capture card properties. Audio output mode. Sorry, you guys might have seen a couple. Oh, there we go. Now we have audio. What the fuck? Sorry, you guys might have seen a couple of little buffers there. That was just because I needed to just adjust some setting and then put it right back. I don't know. Now, how do I delete an audio device? I don't know. I don't know how to do that, so I guess I'll just leave that there. Oh, hey, you know what? This is interesting. I was just about to say, I think I'm done talking about the like government shutdown stuff that's about to happen in America, but CBS had some insight that was similar to what I have said about the issue. Um, Getting anything passed in the House is difficult in recent months because the GOP has been fucking eating itself alive. Let's see. House leadership has opted to suspend the rules for some votes and like resorted to some increasingly unconventional means to pass certain things. And CBS says this is risky because like the last time there was an impasse like this, the Speaker of the House at the time, Kevin McCarthy, actually got ousted over it. Um, you know, sorry, Kevin. And like the circumstances where Kevin McCarthy was ousted might actually repeat themselves because it's like this, it's the same shit, different day. What the issue that Republicans are having right now is fundamentally the same issue that they had at the start of all this when Kevin McCarthy was speaker and they were debating whether or not to oust him, you know, which ultimately they did, and they put Mike Johnson in the speakership, which is the equivalent to the prime ministership in the United States, by the way. Oh, in third. Ow. Well, that actually kind of works out. Damn. Again, I raced so good just to get 7th? God, you gotta be kidding me, dude. Everybody's out for blood in this room. I'm not gonna be out for blood, but... Right, such a difficult crowd to contend with. Yeah, here we go. Here's a specific rule that CBS alludes to. The same rule that led to McCarthy's removal remains in place. It takes just one lawmaker to oust the speaker. Like any one lawmaker in Congress can initiate a vote to oust the speaker, aka the prime minister. And while House conservatives appeared willing to grant Johnson a grace period after he took the gavel amid earlier iterations of the funding fight, that might not hold going forward. It's a real and legitimate cause for fear because the last guy was taken out. McHenry said. McHenry's a guy that they quoted earlier. He's a congressperson from, I think, North Carolina. Basically, CBS is trying to say without really saying, because they're a news outlet, they could get in trouble for arguing any given thing. Or at least they could get into some trouble with how good their ratings are if they're wrong on something. The prediction here is that, like, this is just going to... The circumstances that led to Kevin McCarthy getting ousted from the speakership are just going to repeat themselves. Because fundamentally, the Republicans haven't, like, fixed the issue that they were fighting over in the first place. In fact, they've only perpetuated it. You know? I'm just not wheeling here. God damn it. The demons are eating each other? Yeah, it really seems like it. And that's like... That is the reason that the Republican Party is dying off, is because the demons are eating each other. The Democratic Party is by no means, like, competent enough to deal the killing blow, but Republicans are ravenous enough to do it to themselves. You know? So that's my hope. Is that, like, the Republicans have these kinds of fights so frequently that it becomes, like, infeasible for them to continue existing as a party. Right? Like, the last time this happened, right? There was or the first time this happened, there was a fight for the speakership in January of 2023. Then a compromise was struck. Kevin McCarthy was elected Speaker of the House for about 9 months. And, you know, the same fight repeated itself in September. He was ousted in October, and now Mike Johnson is the speakership. And it hasn't even been, like, barely 5 to 6 months, and now we're seeing it happen again. You know, the same fight is now kicking up under a much shorter time frame, and so I think that, like, it's going to keep happening. And the next time it happens, if they don't fundamentally, like, address the issue that they're having over the funding and whatever, it's going to be sooner than 5 months next time, or at least in a very similar timescale. Oh, they both got that star? That's interesting. I can't believe I didn't get hit by that. I was so ready to just get owned by a red shell and then use the mushroom afterwards. Oh, yes! Oh, baby! Shock dodge. Nah, it's not going to do much for me. Maybe this will? Maybe. Fourth place. Honestly, that's about as good as I could have expected that Rainbow Road race to go. With how much of a hectic spot I was in for most of that race, I think that ended pretty well. I'm going to now look for a custom track room. And I will move to the one other news item from American news that I had lined up. Not as wide-ranging necessarily in its political implications as the Republicans tearing themselves to bits in the national legislature, but it is relevant to some politics. All right, we got a room of custom track people. Or wait, did I just join a regular worldwide? Best racist for real, for real? Yeah, that's true. I'm a professional in my craft, you see. Oh, no, this is a custom track room. Okay. Here we go. Everybody loves a good, more perfect union thread. Especially myself. Governor J.B. Pritzker, this is the governor of Illinois, one of the states in the Midwest, is proposing that Illinois spend $10 million in federal funds to erase more than $1 billion in medical debt. Dozens of local and state governments are partnering with at-risk medical debt to erase debt for a huge numbers of people. The number one, I think the number one category of debt in the United States is medical debt. In other countries it might be like housing or something like that. Nope, in the United States, even with like the education crisis, and there being like all the student loan debt, medical debt is the biggest factor of debt. What is medical debt? I'm too European to understand. Sure. So medical debt is basically people who are can't afford to pay their medical bills, so they go into debt. In the same way that like you would go into debt taking a loan maybe to buy a house or something, in the United States, medicine is a market. It is not a public service. It is a for-profit enterprise, both producing medicine, distributing it, giving it to people. There's no such thing as a public hospital in the United States, unfortunately. So when you go to the hospital, you have to pay a bill directly to the hospital, and that's like gets split between the hospital and the companies that manufacture the medicine and the equipment and the insurers and all that. It's kind of like paying for a car almost. Like if you get in a car accident, you have to pay for the damage that was done to your car to get it fixed. Same thing with medicine in the United States. Because there is no public medicine in the United States, and because medicine is something for which there is inelastic demand, because people depend on it to live, companies have discovered we can just increase prices on certain procedures and like medicines and whatever to whatever the fuck we want, and people have to put up the money for it. Otherwise, they die. This is the case with stuff like insulin. Until recently, it was the case with stuff like epinephrine, that people need for their allergies and stuff. And especially for anything else, like when you go to the hospital, you have to pay a downright monstrously sized bill to the tune of thousands of dollars sometimes for as something as ordinary as like, I don't know, fucking root canal or something? Who knows? To the democracy with oppression and injustice for minorities. Very true. Yeah, so a lot of people in the United States cannot afford the insane price tag that comes with a lot of medical expenses. You get hurt, you have to pay for... you have to pay out of your own pocket for the healthcare, like the sling that your arm gets put in, or something like that. You have to pay for medicine when you get sick, if you get the flu or something. You have to pay for your shots. That's not free either. You have to pay out of pocket for medicine that you take on the regular for stuff like anxiety, depression, or whatever. ADHD. And of course, because salaries aren't high enough to match the ever-increasing expenses, because these expenses do increase year after year, people go into debt for it. And people have gone into so much debt ever since this, like, ring of privatization began in the 1970s. I want to say 70s or 80s is when this really started kicking off. Medical debt is now the biggest type of debt in the United States. But, as is the case with a lot of debt, the face value of the debt isn't necessarily how much that debt is, like, bought and sold for. See, another really twisted thing about capitalism is that you can buy somebody's debt and gamble on it. Like, how likely is this person to pay back their debt? Like, if they pay back their debt, I get a lot of money. Or if they default on their debt, this other person gets money. Or something like that. What the government of Illinois has done, as well as other states, has decided, you know what, we're going to become a player in this game, but instead of doing the whole betting on people's debt thing, we're just going to buy it and then just decide, you know what, because we now own this debt, you don't have to pay it anymore. And, like, by doing that, they've managed to take $1 billion of debt and use $10 million to say, you don't have to pay any of this anymore. Like, you're good. which is turbo based, and it's especially based if other states start doing this. You know, if anything, I think this could potentially signify a renewed policy push for stuff like Medicare for all, which would put our health care on par with most countries in Europe. Um, because it like makes people realize, wait a minute, we have the fucking money to pay for people's medical debt. You know, this isn't in any respect a necessary thing. You don't have to go into medical debt. It's not actually that expensive. Um, yeah. Such as the long-winded explanation of medical debt. Basically, you have to pay for medicine, uh, and a lot of people don't have the money to do that, so they go into debt. Because a lot of people don't have the money to pay for a lot of things. You know, the great thing about public services is that you don't have to have the money out of pocket to pay for it, because that's tax money paying for that. You don't have to worry about going into debt paying for public services. You know? Our services? Yes, very true. Public services are communism. I mean, it's actually just social democracy, but it's good, so I will call it communism. I mean, the way you do public services can be like collective ownership or not, but for the most part, it's pretty basic social democratic policymaking, and it's really good policymaking too, which is why it's so popular. Um, he's communist SMH. Yeah, true. Yeah. The reason it's been like this for so long is, like I said, medicine, when it's treated like a market industry like any other, it's insanely profitable. Because again, it's a inelastic demand thing. So companies can just set the price at whatever they want, and people have to pay it. Otherwise, they don't get the medicine that they need. And in some cases, that means they actually die. All right, let's get my head back in this race here. I'm just gonna start using this right here. Take the inside line. I don't know what this track is, but it is interesting. That's a U-turn. I've played this track like maybe once or twice before. Once, if that. You see what happened to Lavrov in Brazil? No, I did not. Sergei Lavrov visited Brazil? Dude, this track is so long and wacky. Get me through this section, baby. Dude, how far up is everybody? Holy shit. Get out of here, player. Alright, cool. Nice job, me. Ah, you fuck. You stole my item. You went out of your way to take that one, too. Alright. Gonna use this. Whoa, what is going on? This is wild. When he landed in Brazil, they refused to refuel his jet? That's actually really funny. That is very funny. Base Lula strikes again. Lula has consistently been one of the most sensible and cool world leaders out there. My man's is truly pro labor to his core, and he is pro good things and anti bad things. You know, all of his actions indicate this so far, as far as I've been able to determine. Lula had no involvement in this? Oh shit. It's okay. Lula particles were at play. He's such a inspiration to all of Brazil that people naturally in Brazil want to be as based as Lula. So they're like, what would Lula do in this situation? Uh, yeah. Anywho, speaking of Lavrov and Russia, Brazilian companies refuse to refuel the jet to avoid sanctions. Ooh, okay. Oh yeah, that's right. The United States and Europe, I think, actually passed new sets of sanctions on Russia, which is good from the perspective of, like, short to intermediate term, like making Russia's war effort a lot more annoying to keep up and stuff. You know, it just has the it has the potential to not have as good of consequences in the long run. Like, you know, I've talked about the shock therapy and whatever. Um, but, you know, government of Brazil asked a military base to give them fuel, but the military base said they didn't have any spare fuel. That's funny. Get that fake box out of there. Ooh. Ow. Very mean, Luigi. Lavrov stays in Brazil, I guess? I guess. I'm gonna use the start here, I think. This just means that anytime Russian jets fly to Brazil, they have to make an additional expensive stop to refuel. That's probably the case, yeah. But, you know, the inconvenience does matter, for sure. Oh, wow. Actually got an item there. I'm convinced that Luigi was, like, stream sniping or something. Either that or he just felt like a bit of a dick in the moment. Either one of those, I guess, explains the behavior. I don't understand why people make out bricks to be this insanely, like, influential thing when, all the countries hate each other. It's because they just have anti-West brain. That's really it. You know? A lot of people are just so, like, America bad-pilled that they're desperate to grasp for anything that seems like a refutation of Western hegemony, and that's what BRICS rings as to them. BRICS doesn't, like, it's not a real thing, right? If anything, Brazil is actually building a much more real regional bloc of countries in South America than BRICS is. But, you know, still, at the end of the day, that's obviously doesn't rival, like, NATO or the EU or anything, right? Because, like you said, BRICS has too many conflicting geopolitical interests at play within it to constitute any real amount of influence on the global policymaking stage. Uh, you know? Let me, No, my mic levels are doing fine. It's all good. It's just, you know how there's American exceptionalism, where people say, like, oh, America is the best, America is uniquely good, and all that, in ways that, like, actually defy material analysis. People will say, like, yeah, but that's different, or whatever. That they'll make all sorts of excuses for America not just in the sense of like defending American actions, but literally separating America from the material rules of politics. American diabolism is a similar thing that a lot of people who don't like America engage in, just from the other direction. They still, like, in a lot of ways, they kind of reject the material rules of politics, but instead of doing that to say America is uniquely good and strong and like whatever, they use that to say, oh, America is uniquely bad, the West has fallen, BRICS rising, or some shit like that, you know? That's all it is. Russia does something bad, America. Yeah, basically. God damn. That Luigi player has it out for me. Can I keep getting away with this? How can you keep getting away with what? Going around this time. Oh, how can America keep getting away with things that Russia and China have to do? If that's a real question of like how can America get away with things that Russia and China can't, the answer is just because America is more powerful than Russia and China. You know? So unfair to Russia and China. That's how being a global hegemon works, pretty much. That you get to do things that other countries don't. That's one of the reasons why America has been able to like coast by on its failures and largely avoid any direct consequences from them, you know? Except for, you know, the consequences of like obviously that detriments our geopolitical interests and stuff like that. America is like the biggest kid on the block. Oh, I meant that every Russian-Chinese action is America's fault. Oh, yeah, of course, true. We all know this. Yeah. American diabolism at work. Anywho, I wanted to talk about Ukraine, which does have to do with Russia, but I actually have the live UA map open, which I intended to take a look at later. I looked at it a little bit earlier, which spurred me on to be like, you know what? I want to dedicate a significant portion of the stream to talking about this. There's a couple Newsweek articles I saw that were of interest that led me to then look at the live UA map. The first one here, Navalny's mom got an ultimatum. I did not see that, but I'm not surprised. And I'll actually talk about Navalny in a second. Putin gives military 3 weeks to seize entire region of Ukraine, according to sources in Kyiv. According to the Ukrainian Main Intelligence Directorate, the GUR, on Wednesday they said that Russia's armed forces have been given a deadline that's just over three weeks away to seize the full control of, oh, okay, not Ukraine, but Ukraine's Luhansk Oblast. Okay, that's one of the, I think, the easternmost oblast in Ukraine. And it goes on to explain that basically the reason that Putin issued this ultimatum and gave this deadline is because, like, the Russian presidential election is actually approaching in March. In March of this year, there's going to be an election for the presidency in Russia, which obviously isn't going to be a fair election by any stretch. You know, we've seen how that plays out, right? But that doesn't mean that Putin doesn't have to campaign for it, right? That doesn't mean he can just sit on his laurels and whatever. Because like we saw with Pakistan, you do have to put some degree of effort into rigging an election. It's not as easy as it used to be, and stuff like that. Ow. I hopped one too many times. This track is like Moonview Highway on steroids. Alright. No, I missed the box. Ah. Okay, I'm gonna just use this. Yes! Good instinct from me. Now I just gotta not get squished by any cars and I'm in the clear. Pretty much. Got him. So, anyways, the deadline, Putin's deadline to take all of the territory that he set his sights on in Ukraine by March is because of the upcoming election that he wants to perform well and he wants to galvanize the Russian population. Yeah. Something like Avdiivka, maybe somewhere else. Other front. Yeah, okay. That's what Russia wants to take there, it seems. Who's Skibitsky? What are they referring to? Not much is left to take. Yeah, I mean, I don't actually think that Russia will succeed in doing that necessarily. In like taking the Luhansk region. Let's see. Okay, Vadim Skibitsky. This is the person they're referring to, is the head of the Ukrainian GUR. So Skibitsky said that in addition to reaching the administrative borders of Luhansk, Russia's goals for the next 6 months includes taking control of the Donetsk Oblast while holding on to territories it's already taken in parts of Kherson and Zaporizhia. So that seems to be the Russian objective right now. They've you think they will take Luhansk? I mean, it's possible. Look, all of my predictions on Russia and Ukraine haven't been up to snuff necessarily. I mean, I predicted about a year ago that within a year we're going to see some cracks start to form in the Russian war effort, like serious cracks start to show in the Russian economy, but that didn't seem to materialize. And I'm having to reevaluate the grounds on which I made that prediction. Not Donetsk. I think that the front is already pretty static, and I have no reason to believe that Russia's going to gain too much ground. I think that there are a couple things that actually make me think that Ukraine might be able to bounce back at least a little bit in the meantime, and that any Russian gains will kind of have an asterisk next to them, that like Ukraine will have made some gains as well. If that makes sense. Luhansk seems pretty believable to take. You know what? I could be mixing the two regions up. I'll have to check the map, the live UA map, to see like what is left to take in what region. But I really don't think that any front line changes that are especially significant are like going to happen in the next few months or in the next few weeks necessarily. At least not for not in Russia's favor, I don't think. Oh, that was a star, not a red shell. Okay, I've completely misidentified that for my peripheral vision. That's a bomb. Let's see. Yeah. Now. Oh no, that was what they were doing? Ah, for the love of... Only a couple spots are left of Ukrainian control in the Luhansk. Okay, I'll have to take a look at that then. Oh, for the love of Christ. God damn it. Ah, I'm racing so bad. Unironically, I need these to not come at a breakneck pace while I'm driving. Okay. Unless you're okay with me driving bad, in which case that's fine, then keep chatting away. Okay, Skibitsky elaborated and said they need a logistics system that goes through Crimea to bring ammunition, equipment, and personnel to the south. According to him, Russia's presidential election has caused Putin forces to shift focus in one section of Ukraine. He said 3 battalions of Russian soldiers were recently transferred from occupied Mariupol to Russia's border region of Belgorod to ensure the safety and conduct of the elections following multiple Ukrainian strikes in the area. Interesting. So, that actually segues perfectly into the next article, which is also from Newsweek, which is that NATO gave the Ukraine the go-ahead to cross Putin's red line. Putin's red line being, like, hey, don't strike our territory. And I think NATO finally realized, like, okay, the jig is up. I don't know why we're conceding this ground to Putin that, like, yeah, we're invading you, but you don't get to do military strikes on our territory. Like, that's a pretty fucking dumb double standard. In fact, I think that's one of the things that made it so that Ukraine was always going to be on the back foot, is because they were only allowed to do strikes on Ukrainian territory. And, you know, of course, as long as this is all military targets and we're not, like, doing some civilian casualty shit, then this is all above board. What happened to that guy? Did he fall off or something? Huh. Oh shit, I got both of them. Let's go. Oh, god damn it. Ah, these are sweat lords. I hate racing with sweat lords. They all do the fucking dumb, stupid shortcuts. Get rid of that banana. One mushroom. That's not bad. Probably gonna do something like this, though. Yeah. No! Ah, I missed. Okay. Give me this box. Nope. Green shell. God damn it. I've been racing so well this race, and I'm gonna get out fucking sweated. God damn it. What even happened there? What did I do? It's like I let go of the A button for a second. Ah! Annoying. I have to use this. This is the end of the race. So. God damn. Grr. That's frustrating. I don't know why. I think everything just frustrates me a lot easier today because the weather is so bad outside. It's like things just are primed to not go my way. Jens Stoltenberg noted during his interview that with Radio Liberty, a news outlet that I terminally do not trust, of course, it was up to each NATO ally to decide, quote, for itself whether it has any warnings or whether it has any reservations about what it supplies to Ukraine in light of Putin's warnings. And he also said that, quote, different allies have slightly different policies on this. Right. So basically, NATO's trying to, like, open up the terms a little bit for Ukraine to be able to defend itself more effectively against Russian invasion, which is smart, I think, because, like, Russia's not going to do anything in response to that red line being crossed. I mean, it said there was, like... Russia has drawn so many red lines that are not actually fucking indicative of anything. Ow. This is a shortcut. No, I need an item box and I didn't get one. Ooh, a bomb. I'll take that. Ow! What the fuck? I didn't even see that green shell before it hit me. Ah! The best item. Let's go. If that guy was going out... Oh my god! I'm getting so mad right now. Join for more angry Mario Kart. To see me get mad at other people stealing my item box all the fucking time. This is like the most unlucky that I've ever been in a session. Legit. No, how did I miss that? What the fuck? My controller wouldn't turn! Are you kidding me? I'm using this. Give me that. Of course the item roulette takes for fucking ever, too. What? Tell me you saw that. Tell me I'm not the only person who saw that, please. There's a fucking paper thin wall of out of bounds that if you veer even slightly to the left, you hit out of bounds. Like I went off a ramp. Okay. I was going to the bottom route, right? And there's a ramp that goes up to the top route. I veered slightly to the left. I was like, oh, I'm gonna hit the wall. That's fucking frustrating. And I fell into there. There was out of bounds. There was ground there. There was ground. I would have landed on solid ground, but it counted me out of bounds. No proof, so we will never know. Fuck you. I'm clipping that. I was going. Nice multicolor name, by the way. Roulette takes for fucking ever, too. What? Tell me you... Roulette takes for fucking ever, too. Oh, I gotta mute my, desktop audio. No headphones for this one, so... Yeah. Birthday... Oh, fuck. Okay. That was good timing. Getting big when I did. Seeing what looks better. Okay. What the f- Alright. Catch-up mode starts right now. If I make any more mistakes, I'm fucked this race. I like blue, I think. I swear if I hit that banana, I was gonna fucking hit something. Fucking real life. And I didn't get an item. Oh my god, story of my goddamn life. Alright. Around this turn. There's an item set coming up, right? Broomy, I swear to fuck if you steal my box. Alright, give me this box. Your mushroom's not bad. I'll just fire off one here. Not bad. He's gonna get that one, which is fine, but I'm gonna get this item. Which is more mushrooms. Hehe. Give me this item, thank you. Oh, that was a good POW, I think. Gamer rage? That's true. Emphasis on the gay. Ah, yes. Welcome back to another episode of I Race Perfectly to get fucking back spots. Alright. Get that out of here. Unmute desktop. Headphones are going back on. I'm not losing that much VR for each of these races, but that doesn't do anything to assuage my frustration here. And in fact, I would like to think that it wouldn't do much to augment it either, because I remember some races where I lost like 100 plus, and it was like, whatever, that happens. Okay. Now it's live UA map time. You guys can't see the map, so I'm just going to be looking at it and making some sort of assessments based on what I see. And what I see is that the front lines actually haven't changed all that much. Oh, yeah, okay. I see what you were talking about with Luhansk, the Luhansk Oblast, and how the like Russia almost controls all of it. Yeah, okay. Uh, Although Ukraine has actually been making a couple small gains over in those regions. Like I said, the front lines haven't been changing all that much. Uh, Getting past that river might be tough, though. Yeah, getting past rivers is always tough, regardless of which side is in question here. Um, I have some cautious optimism for Ukraine's new commander in chief, saying that he's going to try to improve the troop rotations and the supply chain on the front lines in order to like try to uh, get some more gains from like frontline operations and stuff. Actually got a box there. That's good. Whoa. Okay, that's new, I guess. All right. This is the cannon. After the cannon, I think I'm going to use this golden. Start using it here. I think I would rather have a red shell than a mushroom, almost. What do they do here? They take this. Ah, I see. Okay, okay, okay. Nice. Okay, that was worth it for the content. I don't even care if it makes me lose places. This is me being out for blood, at least a little bit. How many points go to Sneakster? What? Fifth place. Not bad. See what his son did. He went to the embassy wearing a Z t-shirt. Congratulating Russia on taking Avdiivka and asked for Russian citizenship. What? Channel points. What? What do you mean? How many channel points go to Sneakster? I don't understand. The adopted son of Sivsky did that. Oh. You read it wrong? What did I read wrong? Oh, how many channel points to go Sneakster? Oh, okay, okay. Good question. I mean, look, I leave that up to you. I'm like pretty willing to just go a certain character vehicle combo if somebody's like, hey, here's some bits or channel points, or like I'm spending channel points on this, or like I'm donating for this or whatever. Like any amount of that probably would get me to go Sneakster. I'm bagging. I have 15k. Then spend them or don't at your discretion. I'm gonna use this here. I'm gonna... Alright. What the fuck? Got bumped by that guy twice, so I had to bump it back. And now I'm in third. Not bad. Oh, dude, the Luigi guy's being a homie for once. He didn't red shell me while I was down. I'm gonna take the inside line. Gonna use that there. Ow. Apparently the son is just adopted son of his ex-wife and they have no contact. I see. Alright, if you're gonna donate channel points for me to go Sneakster, you should do it now while I have the chance to go Sneakster. Before the next race starts. Or like, bits or whatever it was. Yeah. Just let me know. Because I don't think a pop-up comes up when somebody spends a bunch of channel points. No, wait, it shows up in chat. Well, it's too late now. But if you want me to do it next race, you can. Yeah. What was I gonna say? God, I got so sidetracked because these fucking sweat lords are blowing me up in this Mario Kart Wii room. The death of Alexei Navalny. Right. Apparently, this guy was a Nazi. Not the kind of person that you want in charge of any country, but he represented some sort of opposition to Putin, so liberals in the West fucking love him. The one thing that could be useful about his death is that he is undoubtedly a martyr. He died for a political reason, and his image after death is being used for political causes. There is some good that could come out of that. Namely, that it has renewed attention in the West on Russia. So it potentially, the death of Navalny and the image of him as a martyr could be used as a way to galvanize support for Ukraine and to basically to convince the West to give more help to Ukraine to that effect. That could have been possibly a motivating factor behind NATO's decision to sort of say, yeah, Ukraine, you're good to strike military targets inside Russia. You know. I didn't mean to do that. driving really bad. Oh, fuck you, Behance. Not like I would have done any different, of course, but, you know. It is what it is. Oh, okay. Ah, son of a... Dude, honestly, half of the reason why I'm getting so fucked up these races, these past several races, because I haven't been getting items. Oh, I got the fucking low trick! Let's go. That gained me so much ground. Please throw that. I don't want to be stuck behind you. Okay, well, there we go. Whew. Russian governor's trying to have the mothers have a closed funeral. I mean, yeah, that seems pretty typical of a political opponent who's been killed. Did that POW screwed over me specifically. What the fuck? I didn't get the low trick that time. Okay, it's unfortunate. Fourth place. Okay, cool. I'll take it. Yeah, like I said, I'm cautiously optimistic about Ukraine. Given the renewed attention and the new commander-in-chief, who is proposing that like there be some strategic changes on the front lines with how they rotate troops around and potentially being a little bit more on the offensive in some regions where they feel like they can be. That has a potential to go well. It also has a potential to go poorly, as does everything in, well, a war. But I feel like this... Well, I don't want to say I feel like. I think the tenure of this new commander-in-chief... What is his name here? It's... Alexander Sirski. I think his tenure is going to have more successes than the tenure of his predecessor, who was recently fired. Because I remember seeing some stuff about his predecessor being like a social media guy as much as he was a general. Like, he would post a lot about doing general things, and that's not what you want for a military commander, you know? Certainly it's good for propaganda purposes, but it's not good for the actual, like, on-the-ground action. No way that was a burnout. I held it for the perfect amount of time. What is going on here? Alright, I'm gonna just dive off. Honestly, that one mess up was likely my whole race. But if I drive perfectly, and I mean perfectly, theoretically, I could still be in it. I just have to not get absolutely mollywopped. Which is a tall order given the way I'm driving right now. And of course I get stuck behind a sign. But, you know, that works out. No way, I had to hit that. That had to be like 1 pixel. Come on, dude. Okay. I think I'm going to use this star when I land. Right here. Yeah. I missed the box, because of course I did. But, you know. That's okay. Didn't get an item there either, but that's okay. Why? Why? Okay, that's it. My race is done. Just use this. And I missed 2 boost panels. Thank you, game. Thank you, physics. Alright. Well, somebody fell off there, and it wasn't me, so that's good. Okay, this is what's up. Barely got through there. And this is only gonna net me, like, what, 8th place, if that? No, don't you fucking dare! Okay. Alright, no mercy. Come here, Luigi. Fuck off. I heard that Turkey's banning Twitch. They sure don't like Hassan, I guess. Why would they not like him? He's a Turkish nationalist. Anyways. Yeah, Turkey's probably banning Twitch because of, like, there's basically softcore porn on Twitch. Like, it exists. That's probably why Turkey's banning it. Or, again, because, you know, like you said, because of political dissidents. That's possible, too. Sorry, I misspoke. They already banned it? Oh, okay. Well, then that's probably why they already banned it. Either because what you said about, alluded to about political dissidents, or... Oh, for gambling? Really? I thought that was mostly on Kick now. Like, that's where most of the gambling stuff... Oh, they banned Kick, too? Okay. I see. Alright, here we go. For the last 20 minutes of stream, I'm going to try to actually drive well. This is a difficult feat, but hopefully I will be able to accomplish this. I think I've said all I want to say about politics this stream. About, Sirski? There's not much I can say about him, other than hopefully his aggressive approach will work, and that could bring Ukraine more success than his predecessor did, and that, you know, that would be good if that happens. What is going on? Okay. I was gonna say, it's hung with all 8 people having voted, for some reason. Daisy Cruiser, oh boy. Ample opportunity for me to fuck up. And ample opportunity for other people to fuck me up. Alright, I guess I'm going this way. Thanks, Waluigi. Pepsi Man, I guess. Coming through. Okay. Ah, I will take that. Thank you. You can have first. Yeah. Okay. As long as you're in first, Trey, I am safe. Aha! No more mushroom for you. Well then. Never mind. Okay. Whew. That one was pretty good. That was a pretty good race. On my part. I will willingly or I will actively attribute the failure of my driving on the past few races as well, with all those sweat words, to the fact that they picked the most sweaty fucking tracks in the pack. Some of those shouldn't even be in the pack. I've explained why Melting Magma Melee shouldn't, and I think I've explained why Final Ground shouldn't. It's the same reason fundamentally for both of them. They're both Kaizo tracks that only cater to a specific audience of people that would play Mario Kart, those being the people that play Mario Kart competitively, and would thus have a leg up already on the rest of the players, but then would also have a leg up from knowing the tracks where everybody else who doesn't know the track gets insta-fucked. You know? Basically, a lot of the competitive players just want an execution test for like Mario Kart Wii. And I want to play the game for fun. I don't like an execution test usually. I like the really basic tracks that are very simple. Like, this one's long, but it is pretty simple. Like, there's not all that much more to it than meets the eye, in the sense of, like, hidden shortcuts and whatever. You know, what you see is pretty much what you get. Ow. Yeah, y'all go ahead and pass. You know, it's not difficult to drive this track well. Why'd you take that one? Huh. Bullet bill. Whoa, what? I was so far to the right. God damn. Okay. You've got to be kidding me. Alright. This. going this way. Ooh, close. Nice try. Okay. Oh, nice. That's pretty convenient. Second place. It's like the order of the day here. Oh. Holy shit. Nine players. Ooh. Random. Let's do random. I was gonna say I noticed most of the Sweat Lords left when the races started getting more competitive, when they stopped dominating, but I think a lot of them were also Europeans, so it's probably dinner time for them. Or probably was dinner time when they left, or something like that. Yeah. Or maybe their lunch break ended or something. It's gonna be night soon. Oh yeah, wait, you're right. I don't know. I've heard some people eat like later dinner. 10 p.m. Well, for you it's 10 p.m., right? Because you're 7-ish hours ahead. But for some people in Western Europe, they'd only be like 5 or 6 hours ahead. For them, 9 p.m. Yeah, right now. Here, let's dispense with the. Oh, what? That hit? I just want to get rid of those. Okay, yeah, 21-17 for them, 22-17 for you. Yeah. All right, this track will be the true test. Why didn't we warn America about 9/11 if we were so far ahead? True! That's true. You guys really should have told us. Like, yo. Okay. Second place again. Pretty consistent. That's probably the best I've ever done on that specific track. Believe it or not. Seven players? Man. There's my cat. She's outside. I can see her from my window. Ooh, she's looking in the bushes. Okay, she's gone now. She's behind a tree or something. My cat just walked over me. Aw. I love that feeling sometimes. Little attention-grabbing mongrels they are, of course. Mushroom Island. Yeah. For some reason, she thinks I'm her tree to climb. My cat does that a little bit as well. Cats like humans, because they're bigger. Cats will sometimes do that, I guess, because, like... Whoa, whoa, whoa! Damn. Can't even go the normal route anymore without fucking up. I hate how sharp her claws are. Yeah, cats are, very pointy. Alright. Oh, wow. That actually worked. Huh. Oh, that's perfect. Perfect spot to get shocked. Perfect. It's almost like I didn't get shocked at all, because I was moving at a pretty constant, like, set speed. For these ramps, by the way, I don't know, you know, if you pay really close attention, you might notice, when you're on one of those trick ramps, your speed gets auto-set to 100 kilometers per hour, even if you're small. And if you're bouncing on mushrooms, regardless of whether you're small or squished or whatever, your speed gets set to 73 kilometers per hour. Ah, they took a shortcut. I see. Right. Another second place. Anytime she wants attention, she just stabs me. My cat does that too. But usually the only time she wants attention is when she wants me to let her outside. Unfortunately. I don't often get the nice feeling of her, like, pawing at me because she wants me to just give her attention, you know? In fact, whenever she wants me to, like, pet her or something, most frequently what she does is just looks at me. She'll be sitting on my bed and she kind of looks and sniffs in my direction. And that's enough for me to be like, okay, you want me to pet you. My cat's an indoor cat, yeah. I can afford to let my cat out because we're in a suburban area where there's not that much traffic and stuff. The one advantage that a suburban hellscape with very little social activity has is that cats don't often encounter dangerous interruptions to their frolicking in the outdoors. You know, imagine that. Of course, when I lived in a neighborhood that actually did have things going on, that wasn't 100% suburban blight, we had to keep the cats inside. Ow. Damn it. Oh, finally, a blue shell's gonna hit her. God damn. Probably have time for one more race after this one. Ah. I'm gonna get fourth, though. Son of a bitch. That's pretty rare. Not much traffic here, too, but I just don't want her to get sick or something. Oh. Yeah. I guess. I'll do one more race. Yep. I hate sweat lords. I really do. Super Marine World. I think I remember this one. This is a good track. This is a good track. This is probably the best track I could have hoped to end it on. It is mirror mode, but still fun. Look how closely the me and Mario's movements are mirroring each other. It's pretty fun. God damn it. I don't know why, but I just didn't see that wall. You know history well. Depends on the history, but I do like history, and I have a decent, like, understanding of how historical analysis works, yeah. Ah, I see. Prove it, name every country in the HRE? Bro, fucking Germany, duh. You might as well ask me to name every fucking town in America. Oh, what happened? It looks like something froze. And name every single country that Lithuania doesn't own? Oh, that's easy. 0. No countries. Because Lithuania is actually owns every country. Very true. Now that one I know I got right. Alright. That's enough for now. I should change the batteries for this thing. I don't know if I will remember to immediately after, but yeah. Who's live right now? Is anybody live right now? No, nobody. You didn't fall for the trick question? Yeah, no, I didn't. I've see my handlers at the Lithuanian intelligence. What is it? KSV or something? Not the KSV. The VSD. Yes, that's what it is. Yeah, I'm too close in contact with the VSD to not know the real answer to that question. Anyways, no raid today. I'll